The video game industry moves fast, but we move faster. This is the Turbo Button Show with Darien and Jacob.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Turbo Button Show for March 27th, 2017. So, I'm here with Christian.
Hello, I'm here again. What a surprise. Not really. Not for me.
Jacob decided to go to Indiana.
Yes, for a card game tournament. That, if we date this now, he got third place. Congratulations.
That just proves how much of a loser he is in real life. Sorry, Jacob. But we're not talking about Jacob here. We're talking about game news because that's actually important.
Wow. Okay, it's two for one, I guess.
Okay, guys, I gotta stop dissing on Jacob. GameStop is going to close 225 stores.
Well, all those people that worked there are gonna get screwed over. Oh, but wait a second, they already did.
This is worldwide stores. The reason is GameStop is performing very, very poorly.
Is it just poorly in those areas?
They didn't really say anything. They just said that they're going to close 225 stores. Of the 7,500 stores worldwide. It's because they during their holiday season, they had a really disappointing sales. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Disappointing sales. Okay.
It's one of those things that they've been struggling since like 2015, and it really started showing last year. And one of the reasons why is because the aggressive like console promotions by other retailers, like they did a much better job at getting like promotions at lower prices for Black Friday and holiday season stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And GameStop couldn't keep up with it. And they are starting to see people not selling their video game consoles to them anymore.
Yeah, because who wants $1 for a PS4?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather not get a nickel for 20 games being traded in, but I've been seeing this trend for a while because, you know, they started selling shirts and apparel and not video game, but video game related stuff
Right.
in their stores. And I believe they acquired ThinkGeek, and basically the stuff that they sold on ThinkGeek was being sold in their stores.
Mm-hmm.
And they started doing mobile plans through Cricket, I believe, in our area. I know that, but they do AT&T technology and Spring Mobile. Like in other places that like I know that they do Cricket locally, but it's weird seeing GameStop not just sell video games, and it is quite obvious that they're struggling with just video games.
The thing is just talking as a consumer right now, I believe that just because when they resell stuff, you know, sometimes it's expensive, or, you know, like here's a very rare game for, you know, they sell a very rare game for like $50 or $60, right?
Yeah,
Even though like it's supposed to be like $20. It makes sense like another retailer, like, you know, a second-hand retailer would do that because that's where collectors go. But in like an official shop, people don't usually go there to get a game that's like 4 years old for like $60, unless that's a Nintendo game, but that's a different story.
I know, it's one of those things that Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in 2013, and then the PS4, Xbox One, PC version came out afterwards. And the actual, like, the boxed versions of them for PS4, Xbox One that I know, they're still selling for $60.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a huge AAA title that everybody's buying. And, I mean, Rockstar can kind of get away with that price, but GameStop should be kind of fighting back and saying, hey, you'll probably sell more copies if you drop the price a little bit.
Like 20 to maybe $40. Well, or 45. I don't know. It depends.
It's just one of those things that we see games hold on to their prices really hard.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is GameStop's probably struggling so bad because, like, PlayStation, I know this, they have sales a lot on really big games once in a while. And it's showing that people are buying digitally more often because, you've got to install on your system no matter what.
Mm-hmm. And that's another big thing. We're slowly starting to go into this digital age. But like back when Sony was doing it, like with the PlayStation, was it the PSP Go, right?
Yeah, the PSP Go had digital only.
Yeah, that didn't do well. But now if they had like the PSP Go now, for example, that'll probably do a little bit much better. Because if you look at the Nintendo Switch right now, some people are deciding just to be, that's my first digital console only. So meaning that we're pretty much in that, we're getting to that era where we just want digital games because everything installs and all that. Even though the Nintendo Switch doesn't install any games, it just everything's from the cartridge.
Yeah.
So, but by hearing that, you saying like, oh shit, oh well. All the retail stores like GameStop, Walmart, Best Buy, Target that sell physical video games might stop, not selling as much physical media. But
I've been noticing that Walmart is actually doing less and less new games, and they're actually moving over to a used game.
That is also a thing. I've seen used games like
they used to be a
too.
section. They used to be like I remember a few years, like a year or two ago, that the used game section, there was only like a dozen games there.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a full like entire wall across from the new games.
I remember when there was a Kmart in our area, they had a used game area, and it was just like a bin full of used games. I was like, Jesus, and I bought some.
And Toys R Us is actually doing pretty good with the new game stuff, but GameStop is struggling really bad when it comes to selling stuff because, digital is becoming a thing. And, we have these things called mobile phones, and lots of people are spending money on mobile games.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? This is digital only. So people have already accepted that digital is basically the way to go, especially if you just want to do something quick and easy. And GameStop is generally really bad with their used game pricing, and they want to push that on people.
You want to hear something funny? Christmas of last year, or holiday season, I should say, I bought GTA 5 for myself, all right? A new copy, $60. A new copy a new copy as holiday price was $20, right? Remember that? But a used copy was like $50. And I'm like, what the heck's going on here? I asked the employee, and he said, "Oh, just talk to like the general manager or something like that, because
PRs.
or PR, yeah." So obviously, I went with the holiday price game because it was cheaper. So that tells you, hey, their used games are still overpriced.
It's like they're not keeping up with everything. Like, I know there's a lot of games. There's thousands of games out at once, and thousands of game pricings and listings you have to keep in check. But GameStop, really, like, you can't keep up with your used price versus your new price, which shows, well, GameStop isn't really in charge of the holiday price because, Rockstar says, hey, put it at this price. And then they can say, hey, this new game, you have to put it back at this price. That's basically how
that's because
out.
Yeah, the Nintendo games are like 60, 50. They're always at that solid number for a long ass time. And then, like, I went to GameStop on Saturday, and I saw that Star Fox Zero was at $35 clearance because nobody has bought it. So it also depends on the people, on the what's their name, the people that bring in the video games, like distributors, right? Depends on them. If they want it at $60, GameStop had to be like, well, it has to be at $60. That's their market sales price.
Yeah, but this is one of those things that We're going to wrap up on the subject that GameStop is struggling as a business, and I mean, we've got other stores that can take care of this stuff. I mean, Amazon is killing GameStop. We have Best Buy, which is actually doing a pretty good job with their video game stuff.
They have that like 10% off discount thing going on too.
Yeah, they're like, we'll eat the cost if you pay for a membership. But we've got other stores that are just outperforming GameStop because GameStop is, to be honest, really greedy and it's showing off.
And it's just the company itself. Some of the employees are good employees. Like you talk to them, they're all chill and all that, which is pretty cool. But then, it's upper management that you always have to worry about.
Yeah, lots of the employees, they say like, I don't know why it's priced like this, or it's really stupid. They agree it's really stupid. So
I remember when Jason said something about like Bread Ninja, and then like Bread Ninjas was being sold for like $50 or $30, and they bought it for like $2 because you can, with Bread Ninja, you can go into the homebrew channel for some reason on the Wii.
Well, I know GameStop changes prices on used games when it comes to demand, but that's like anything else. But like, it's ridiculous. So, I think this is the end of this episode.
All right.
If you like this episode,
come on, Darien. You can
make
do
sure
it.
to hit the subscribe button and the bell. Also, if you like this video, like it, and if you disliked it, dislike button is there. And what do you think about GameStop closing? Are you worried about your local GameStop being closed? Leave us a comment. Also, if you're not really caring about GameStop and you don't really care, well, that really that sentence was wonderful. But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments.
I mean, we can always go to Canada and go to EB Games.
Okay. I don't really want to get a passport. Oh. So we'll see you guys later.
Goodbye.
New episodes and other content can be found on turbobuttonshow.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.